Welcome to the next episode of The Category Mistake. I'm your host, Richard Mariello, and today we not only have one special guest, which you've heard for the last 2 weeks, and yes, hopefully this is the last time for a while. We have two special guests, which I'll be repeating this again in a minute, so just don't freak out if you think I'm on repeat. I have Jack Brown again, and...
Hola.
I'm Josh. Hello. I'm the son of this man right here.
He's my son.
Hi.
Alright, so I'm going to start my live stream if you're watching on Twitch, or if you watched on Twitch, this is where we start the live stream. And soon go live. Why is this? Alright. I'm getting better at this live stream thing. So we're live now, right?
Yep, you are
Alright.
live.
So welcome Twitch people, and welcome non-Twitch people, and people who don't know what Twitch is.
And non-people.
And non-people who don't know what Twitch is?
Or just non-people in general.
There's what?
It's 2021. Anything could happen.
That's true. I have...
I identify as a non-person?
You can do that.
What do I identify as then?
I don't know, but as long as you can just put it on like the tax thing where it's like, what do you identify as? A tax-paying citizen, that's all they care about.
But I don't want to pay taxes.
You don't want to, that's too bad.
Well, it doesn't... Wait a minute. If I'm a non-person, why do I have to pay taxes?
Because
only people pay taxes.
It's the government.
You have to go to Switzerland for that.
Mm-hmm.
Switzerland has a lot of taxes.
I know a guy.
You know a guy. You know nobody.
I know me. I'm Swiss.
Right. So today's podcast, these two didn't know anything about. Till about, I don't know, now.
5 seconds from now.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. What I've realized, Jack, compared to Josh, compared to me, compared to other people who might be in this room watching, is the dogs aren't in here. Are they?
They don't know that.
They don't know that.
Okay. So for the last 27 years, well, really 22 years. I'll go with 22.
Fair.
My family has been kind of large. Okay.
Shocker.
I know it's shocking, Josh. Hold on to your butt here. All right, but it's your bottom. It's not a slang term. Please don't.
No, that was a reference to amazing movie Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it's true.
With Samuel L. Jackson.
Do I need a CCLI license to say it?
A Steven Spielberg license?
That's what I want to. All right. So, Josh growing up had multiple siblings.
Yes. All
over the place.
Yes.
We were growing siblings like most people grow plants. Okay, they're just popping up everywhere.
A lot of people grow plants nowadays.
They do. They're expensive.
It's weird.
Too. It's weird. I mean, I know people grow plants and they're like thousands of dollars.
I'm like, guys, just go to the dollar store, get the burpee seeds, and they're like 2 cents a package.
Or, I don't know, buy something better. Wow. Spend $1,000 on a plant. You could buy yourself a trip to Brazil, spend a week in the rainforest.
And then cut down a tree there. Because they have plenty of trees to cut down, you know.
They do. They keep
Nobody else has cut down a tree in Brazil.
Not a single person. So, here's what we're going to talk about today. Josh is a strong, silent type.
I am.
And I'm the fat, loud type.
Yes, but make sure Josh gets heard too.
Hi. I exist.
You exist. All right. So here's what we're going to talk about today. In our household, we've had, I don't know, a lot. We've had sometimes 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 people at a dinner table. We've done Christmas morning with 15 to 20 people, all of which they thought belonged to us.
That's it?
Okay. Yeah, that's it. But Jack, you grew up in a household with one-ish of you.
Yes.
One and an imaginary sister.
My sister is real, you just haven't met her.
Until I meet her,
we have no evidence.
She's imaginary.
That's fair.
Okay.
I didn't realize...
Just like your son.
Yes.
Which we found out this week you're having.
I am. I'm having a son. Thank you. I'm super jazzed.
Okay. Your son does not exist until he is...
He certainly does exist.
Until I
This is going to get into a highly debatable subject in like 4 seconds.
He has a life.
His
life does matter.
Mm-hmm. So wouldn't you say that he exists if he has a life?
No, because you can exist outside of space and time.
You can.
Ask Doctor Strange.
Or God, but okay.
Well, either one works.
They are not the same, though.
We don't know that for sure. Have you ever met God? He could look like Benedict Cumberbatch.
I really hope not.
He could. You don't know what Benedict Cumberbatch does in this game.
I think you're saying you don't know what Benedict Cumberbatch looks like. I'm like, I think I do.
You really might not. I mean, he could be just omnipresent. How else could he be Sherlock Holmes, Doctor Strange, at the same time?
Well, speaking of omnipresent, it's Christmas time, which means there'll be plenty of presents.
That is true.
Saturnalia.
Bless you? What?
Saturnalia.
Saturnalia.
Yes. Josh, what is Saturnalia?
I have no idea.
Jack, what is Saturnalia?
I would assume it's the Latin term for Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, heaven help us.
He did. This is what happened.
Saturnalia
Okay.
is the winter celebration of the winter solstice.
Oh, it has an actual name.
It's called Saturnalia.
Ah. Does it happen on a Saturday? Is that what Saturday is actually named for? That's a legitimate question. You can't be mad. You shouldn't be mad.
So Saturnalia
Okay.
was developed or was talked about because the pagans would celebrate Christmas, not Christmas, but
The winter solstice.
the winter solstice from the 21st to the 24th. And that's when, remember we talked last week.
We did.
And I brought up the word Saturnalia last week.
I don't remember.
What is that? And I told you, and then you're like, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. And now you're...
I don't think you actually used the word Saturnalia, but we did talk about this subject. I could be wrong.
You could, or I could just be wrong.
Twitch viewers, you decide.
Or a podcaster. Somebody
Well,
tell me.
I
The answer is
no.
I'm right, even if I'm not. So Saturnalia, Christmas. So you said Christmas time.
Correct.
Josh,
Hi.
the month of December. What does that mean?
Now or before? Now is pretty much like a time of like, quote unquote, like relative peace. Christmas time, family, celebration.
The word December. What does it mean?
Oh, 10. Decameter.
10th month.
Yes.
So we talked about this last week, right?
Yes, we did.
So in theory, you guys should have been prepared for this. But anyway, so family, Jack.
Correct.
We're going to start with your easy family.
Your family
I don't know if easy is an adjective for family.
Do you want to compare that to our family?
It is easy in that
Okay.
sense.
So on a normal day, Jack,
Yes.
say when you were, we'll go with 14.
Why'd you flinch at 14?
I didn't flinch.
Did something happen at 14?
I looked at somebody who was 14.
Oh,
So I went over there and looked.
the dogs.
I looked over there at the dogs. Yeah, he's not, I don't think he's quite a dog yet. But anyway,
Yeah. The sacrifice has
we-
not begun.
we don't know what he's going through.
True.
We can't tell him what he identifies as.
That's for him to
He
decide.
could identify as a golden retriever.
I identify as a cat.
I mean, he has enough. You would be a cat.
An annoying cat. One that needs to be put down.
One that puts its paw down your throat?
Anyway,
I can't say myself in
so
that actually.
Jack, on a
Yes.
normal day at home
Uh-huh.
with one-ish children,
As a 14-year-old.
as a 14-year-old, what would be a normal routine? So,
Like
what
a
would you
summer
do?
day where I don't
No,
have to...
no, school.
Oh,
Give me a school
no.
day. It's a Wednesday. School.
Mhm.
What's the first thing you do on the day?
I'm going to wake up.
At what time?
I'm going to school probably around like 5:30.
Wow, what time do you go to school?
School started for me, middle school and high school started at 7:30.
Wow. Okay. So you
And
have
I was like a 45-minute bus ride.
wow, it's a long bus.
I lived
Yeah.
on the border. If I
That's
lived
true. That's true. You lived in the middle of nowhere in a black hole called Doylestown,
That's true.
I went to school in Doylestown. I lived in a town called Warminster.
which no one's ever heard of but you. Coincidence?
I think not.
I come from the void.
The black hole of Doylestown.
Well, the funny thing is, where my neighborhood was, if the neighborhood was on the other side of the street of the main road that it ran off of, I would have gone to a completely different school district.
I grew up in the same type of zone, but we didn't.
Huh.
We weren't the black hole of hell or Satan, so it's okay.
It wasn't that. We're not Connecticut.
No one's Connecticut.
Nobody.
Connecticut is its own special place. So you get up at 5:30ish.
Get up at 5:30, use the bathroom, get dressed, get ready, go downstairs, make breakfast.
What'd you have for breakfast?
Oh, probably like a bowl of cereal. Either oatmeal or cereal. If it were oatmeal, it would be a bowl of maple brown sugar oatmeal,
Name brand.
Quaker Oats,
Name brand.
cold. I don't do hot oatmeal. I don't like hot oatmeal. I would pour cold milk instead.
You
Hot
understand
water.
now, podcasts and live stream. Listen, I've told you he's odd.
No one's perfect.
Cold oatmeal.
Wow, what's wrong with
That's
you?
like wearing cold, soggy socks. It's just like...
Yeah, I pour the oatmeal on my feet. That's how I get my day going. I gotta move fast if I want to get out of this oatmeal.
It's a vino hand wash. Anyway, after your cold oatmeal...
Or a bowl of Raisin Bran Crunch.
Name brand.
Oh yeah, we gotta have the crunch. It can't be just standard Raisin Bran.
Okay.
I still have my teeth. I want to use them. Crunch.
Okay, after you crunched...
You allowed him to join.
Yeah.
I had a choice, and I chose poorly.
After the cold or the crunch, I would go out, wait on the bus, probably just listen to music, and then
how would you listen to music?
I believe at 14 I had a standard MP3 player.
Awesome, okay. Wait for the bus.
I'd wait for the bus, I'd get on the bus, keep listening to music, talk to friends, but nobody wants to talk at that early in the morning.
I just was going to say you had no friends, but you can say no one wanted to talk. If that makes you feel better. I mean,
It was until you went like this.
Your imaginary friends didn't want to join you at the bus stop.
They rejected me.
Just like everybody else. Got it. It's okay. Your son will have no choice. So look at that. You'll have a friend.
Yeah.
He's kind of like other people we know that are your friends because they have no other choice.
The poor dogs, man.
The poor dogs have no choice.
Peter's gonna get up on you for this.
Oh, great.
What they gonna do?
I don't... You know what, Peter? I don't like you.
Come at me.
Okay? Just, you know what, Peter? I challenge you to come after me. Please.
Oh gosh. He might take you up on that.
Bet. You won't do it.
I would pay so much money to see you and, like, the head person of PETA in the octagon.
You know what I'm going to do? If Peter reaches out to me, my next podcast, I'm going to eat bacon dipped in cheese online live and describe the killing of a pig on live Twitch with graphic, mature content only details.
Could we do, like, a side series of the category mistake where it's just in spite of PETA and it's you grilling and how to cook and properly prepare?
Well, I do need to have so many hours to become a affiliate, whatever the heck that means.
Mm-hmm.
So I could have just a whole series called Piss Off PETA.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
P.O.P. Pop. I'm a pop.
We're going to pop off, piss off PETA, baby.
Okay. Join me in saying PETA sucks. Anyway, let's go back to it. So you have your name brand cereal, your name brand oatmeal, cold,
Yes.
crunch or soggy, depends on which one you're eating.
Yes.
You go out to the bus stop with your MP3 player.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You're jamming out to your Backstreet Boys and New Kids on the Block style music.
Not really New Kids on the Block. Is more NSYNC than Backstreet Boys. Both are pretty good.
He's a Justin fan, everybody. Free Britney. Screw Justin. Anyway, what were you saying? I wasn't listening again. NSYNC fan.
And
so
it was more classic rock.
Were you going bye?
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be
May.
May.
After April.
May.
When our son is due. In May.
You're gonna say when my son is born. It's like we don't know when he's gonna be born. He could be born in April.
He's due. Yes.
He's due. Like he
Like
has
a
a
library
ticket.
book.
Does he have a ticket going
At the deli, at the baby counter at the market.
Yeah.
It's behind the deli. They go.
What's his number? Like
8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
He's number 8.
Yeah.
For the 5th month, he's 8.
The 8th day of the 5th month.
8. So his number's 8 at 5. 15.
If they do one baby a day.
Oh, they only do one baby a day?
And you have to make a reservation. My reservation is for May, and I got the ticket, and it was at 8, so it's May 8th.
It's kind of like Golden Ticket, but it's got amniotic fluid all over it.
I got gloves, so it's okay.
You haven't seen the amount of gloves you're going to need, dude. You're going to need like a whole body glove. Hazmat tragedy.
But the funny thing is, my wife, your daughter, your sister, is due with my son, our son, and she is due on May 8th, which is Mother's Day.
You know, Mother's Day always comes first.
She always comes first.
Mothers always come first.
My wife comes first before me.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy child.
Happy Mother's Day. Be a mother.
Congratulations.
Bing bong.
Lifetime of pain and torment.
Yeah.
That's if you do it wrong.
That's if you do it right.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, so you get done eating your name brand stuff. You go
I'm
outside.
on the bus already. Where are you?
You're on the bus.
Yeah.
Your bus driver says, "Sir, would you like some caviar, some Grey Poupon?"
We had a really cool bus driver actually named Matt, and he would order pizza for all of us if we were good for a week. He was the nicest. He had a llama farm. He showed me a video where a llama stepped on and tried to eat his camera. He would be like, "It is Friday. We got a full moon tonight." He was the best bus driver. Matt, if you're listening, God bless. I love you. I miss you.
YouTube before YouTube was a thing.
But Matt was a great bus driver. We also had a guy named Socks, who was an old man, kind of kept to himself, had a bunch of socks hanging above the dashboard of the bus.
Did any of these guys take creepy pictures of you in their van?
It was a bus, but not that I've seen.
Well, what size bus did you ride on?
Most of my years in school, standard big long yellow bus. Most days after elementary school.
When Matt was driving.
Not Matt. This was an older
Socks.
one. Not Socks. This is an older one. I don't remember her name. I think her name was like Peggy. It's a standard. I took the short bus because there were only like 6 or 8 students that would go to this area, and I would get dropped off on the road that led to where my mother worked.
So what you're saying is Peggy,
I think,
drove 6 or 8 special students.
I was special. I don't know about the rest
to a piggy farm where Mommy worked.
She dropped me off on the road. The rest went to their...
On the road, she didn't even drop me at the farm. She's like, "Okay, kid, get off the bus."
Well, the road is very long, very narrow, so if you're driving and another car comes, you gotta like pull halfway into a ditch just to let the other car go by halfway into the other side of the road on a ditch just to get through. So I'd walk a bit before somebody would be there waiting for me to pick me up.
Okay. So after a normal day of school, 14, you go to school, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys have your 3-course dinner for lunch with prime rib, baked Alaska.
And chicken nuggets you could bounce off the floor and walls.
So a normal lunch.
Sure.
Approved by the Obamas.
Wait.
You don't remember when you went to school?
No, 14.
Trying
to think. I graduated high school 18 years old in 2014.
So it'd be 2010.
So it would be during the Obama administration, yeah.
Isn't that what I said?
I'm just making sure.
Thanks,
I gotta
Obama.
keep my mind active.
Yes, so when PETA comes after you instead of me because they don't know how to tell one human from the other.
It's same with animals,
so
honestly.
you had some Obama
This
food.
dog is relaxing cozily and happily on a porch. We better take him.
So you had some Obama lunch.
Yes.
Then you called Mommy on your Obama phone and said, "Mommy, I love Obama."
Mommy, I got Obama fever.
So after you get back on the bus,
You get off the bus.
you'd have your helmet on. So you didn't lick the windows.
No, they asked me to keep the helmet on the bus so I don't lose it.
Oh, good. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
And then you get off the bus.
I had an engraved hook.
Oh gosh.
Is that what you called her?
What?
I don't know. Anyway, so
14.
hey, I don't know what you were doing at 14. I was doing some stupid stuff at 14.
Yo,
So
so you.
that's also true. So you get off your bus.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do that?
So I go to the
What's your next
farm.
step?
I do some homework.
Uh-huh.
I would hang out with the dogs.
That's really mean to call pigs dogs, but okay.
There were dogs on the farm, too.
Did they eat the pigs?
No.
That would have been fun to see.
It would have been.
No. No.
No.
No.
Okay. So after the pig farm, you did your homework.
I'd go home. My mom would take me home. I'd finish up the homework that I couldn't do. What is that? Are you trying to like spoon feed? You're like...
No, you're not smart enough to be spoon fed. Alright. So you get from the farm, you go to the home.
I would do stuff like homework on the computer that I couldn't do at the farm.
Yeah, you had a computer at 14, yeah.
A family computer.
I
would go home, do the computer, eat dinner.
What would you guys have for a normal dinner?
Something with chicken. Sometimes beans and rice with some chicken. And then I'd go up to take a shower, get dressed for bed, and then go to bed.
At like 6:30?
No, sorry. I go...
So you're saying you had dinner, showered, changed, bed.
I would...
You did nothing else after dinner?
No, I'm saying...
Mommy, it's time for bed. But Jack, it's still sunny out. But Jackie's
If I don't get to bed before the sun falls, I die.
Daddy told me I'm a vampire. I need to go sleep.
I need to go sleep.
I go sleep right now. Werewolf, I start howling. Oh,
Did you mention being a werewolf and vampire half mix? That'd be dreadful.
God.
You can't eat garlic.
I wonder
or
if
use
that's what
silver.
Elon Musk is. Or Jeff Bezos definitely.
No, Bezos, yeah.
I would say, if anything, I'm not trying to be mean, but Jeff Bezos, from what little I know about him,
okay, you never hear
isn't Twitch owned by Amazon?
I promise.
Yeah, probably.
It's okay.
I
I'll
would
get
say-
banned again. It's fine.
Jeff Bezos would be a vampire, but not like a Christopher Lee Dracula. I'm saying just the way his head shape and his complexity, he looks more like a Nosferatu.
Yeah, I can see it.
And that's not mean. I'm just stating it from an
Have
opinion.
you ever heard a sentence start with I'm trying not to be mean, but as soon as the but comes out,
Oh, but
everything you just said is just
Yes, I know.
with us.
okay. So after you get done eating your nice dinner,
Yeah, I would go up, play some video games, and then
because that's all you actually did before you met my daughter.
what? Oh yeah,
I mean, you
You
can
sound
lie to
wrong.
me.
I'm not
You
lying.
can lie to the fans, but we all know you.
I like
Yes,
video
I know
games.
you.
I like video games.
That's all he plays. Video game,
Mhm.
board games, video games, board. In the board games he plays, stupid,
No.
stupid. Anyway,
Now they're gonna want to see us play board games.
no one wants to see
No.
that.
Everybody wants to. You
No.
sure?
I know people who would rather go back to 1943 Auschwitz and watch us play video games.
I was gonna make
You
a
sure
joke,
about
but,
that?
I am positive. I know at least 6 of my students who would be like, Mr. M, can we go back to the Holocaust?
Oh, God.
Because that's just stupid. And I'd be like, you know what? Miss Lila, Miss Layla, Miss Marissa, you're right. It is stupid. I will beat him up for you. And then I'll do it.
Do they want to learn about it or experience it?
They would rather probably experience than watch us play video games.
I have to disagree on you. I think someone would rather watch us play a stupid game over experience a terrible genocide.
You understand that they're going to reach out to me later and tell me how right I am, and then I get to rub it in your face, right?
Probably, but
Alright.
that just makes for good content.
So after dinner, you go upstairs, you play video games in your private room.
My room. Yeah.
So the butler brings you up a warm towel and this,
Where's
Jägermeister.
yeah, at 14.
And hey, I don't know how you Swiss do it.
I get wasted at 14.
Hey, whatever makes you Swiss happy.
I think it's whatever makes you sweat.
That too.
There's lots of things that can make you sweat if you do it right.
Like
That's
a
true.
sauna.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking. Alright,
Then I go shower, and I go to bed.
okay. Do you have a TV in your room? Do you have music
did.
going? What do you have?
Oh, I listen to music a lot. I love music.
Yeah, you're not musically inclined.
No. I appreciate more than I perform.
Okay, so Josh.
So-
Take the mic.
I was about to.
You
Hi there.
14. Do you even remember being 14?
Heck nah.
Alright. How old are you now?
23.
So 20, that was 9 years ago.
That's a
So 9 years ago, that was the year I was mostly gone.
Yes.
That's the year that y'all, let's see, nothing important. That was the year that I was gone in 2011, but 2010 I was gone training, so I was
Yep.
gone from April to August.
Do
You're
the people know where you were
No.
when you were gone?
Some of them do, but not everybody. We'll deal with that in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jack is not getting shorter; he's just gotten lazier, and now is kneeling on a bench.
I
Because,
feel like kneeling
because
is
Josh is actually supposed to be here.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be there. Cause,
but you took the seat though.
yeah, because I want to know how it looked on the camera.
Okay.
And then you just decided to
And
take
you
over.
just
Anyway,
stole it.
so in 2010, I was training for the military. I was gone from April to August. Your siblings in August went to Detroit.
That's right, they
Do you
did.
remember why they went to Detroit?
Wasn't it for like a mission trip?
No.
No.
There were
Detroit's way past Jesus.
there were Lions fans.
Detroit's not being helped by Jesus, okay? They're done. Detroit's like, screw that, we're not doing it.
Honestly.
Alright, so why did they go to Detroit?
I honestly don't remember.
So they went to Detroit for a fine arts festival.
Fine arts, that's right.
Jeremiah, my son, Bobby Jean, my daughter, and Mason, who was not either of those, they all went to Detroit and they played some music. I think, no, that's later. This one would be Josie, Jeremiah, Bobby.
Yep. And then did Mason go with them?
Yeah, probably. They were doing the human video that time, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that now.
Human video. All right. So they went and performed, and that was that Detroit or was that somewhere else? I think it still was Detroit. Anyway, let's get past that. So do you remember any of that year what you did?
Nope.
All right. Do you remember any year after that or before that?
Not really. I don't remember like the day-to-day stuff. All that stuff is just out the window.
So normally you got up for school.
Yep.
Let's go with pre-Bobby.
Yep.
So we would have... So we'd have, say... We'd have Katie.
Yep.
Let's go with Katie, Josie, Jeremiah, you. And we'll go with Natasha?
Yeah.
Let's pick that year. You were like 12.
I was like 12.
Yeah, it was close enough.
That time.
Alright, so you guys would get up, go to school.
Yep.
Now, did we ever have name brand cereal in the house?
I don't think so, no.
No, we had the boxes.
It was always very generic.
It was like cardboard generic?
Yeah.
Okay. If you had oatmeal, which you never ate.
I never had oatmeal.
Yeah, what would you have for breakfast? Pop-Tart.
Usually cereal or Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts. Now, we didn't buy regular Pop-Tarts. We bought them in super bulk, right?
Yep.
Why do we think we bought them in super bulk?
Because it's cheap in the long run.
Yep. And how many kids were we feeding sometimes?
50 bajillion.
50 bajillion. So you go to school. Now, would you be able to take a shower that morning even if you wanted to?
No.
Why would that be?
Because it was taken up until we had to leave.
Okay. So because we'd have girls taking up bathrooms. Then we had 2 bathrooms.
Yep.
We had an upstairs and a downstairs.
Were they full bathrooms?
They were full bathrooms.
Ah.
But between Jeremiah not getting up and Josie and Natasha and Katie thinking they all needed to look pretty, were bathrooms available for you?
No.
So when would you take a shower?
Usually at night.
Usually at night. So you go to school. Now, would you take the bus?
No, I think like usually we walked there because we were that close. Or you and Mom would have taken us.
If it was too cold for you guys to walk.
Yep.
Okay. Got to school. Did you have to pay for lunch?
No. I say like.
Do you know why you didn't have to pay for lunch?
Because we were poor.
Because we were like beyond. We were like the poor level where they would throw you a telephone if you told them.
Yep.
We did have a family computer though. Who was the only one that played on the family computer?
So.
Now, Josh, we dealt with this last night.
Yes.
We had a little therapy session while watching the movie. What was the movie we watched last night, Josh?
Home Alone.
Now, why would that be a therapy session for you, Josh?
Because you guys forgot about me one day.
Was it a church day?
Yeah, I think it was a church day.
Or a youth group day, one of the other.
One of those days.
Okay, so we had so many kids. And we would take 2 cars to go anywhere, because sometimes we'd have 5+ kids and 3+ adults, or adult-ish people. And so we'd have to take 2 cars. And Josh, what would you do every day if you didn't have school?
Just be on the computer.
And where was the computer compared to normal life activities?
Way too much.
No, where was it located?
Usually in another room, but nobody's.
So it was a game room, right? Yeah. Game room. Did that have a door in it?
It did.
Yes.
It was 4 walls. You have to manifest yourself.
He spent like 30 hours a day there.
Yeah.
And he doesn't remember that it had a door.
Yeah.
But he remembers there was a computer there.
Yeah.
So he would sit on the computer on a Sunday from the time he woke up to the time we left for church, and then we got back from church, he'd go right back on it.
Yep.
He had a problem. He still does.
Still do have a problem.
I mean, Twitch tells him so.
Through money.
But yes.
That's it, but now I'm getting paid for it. So
yeah, that's good.
It's okay.
Twitch, pay me. Anyway, so that morning, I went to church, right?
Yep.
And Mom went to church.
Yep. 2
different cars. Where were you when we left the building?
In the game room. On the computer.
Being really quiet.
Yep.
Did you have headphones on, Josh?
I think I did. Yep.
And did you ever hear well back then with headphones on?
No.
Now you're better at it.
Yes, now I'm better.
I wonder why he got that little PTSD moment. He's kind of like the Sheldon knocking 3 times, because he walked in on his daddy. Anyway, so Josh now can listen through headphones. So we left Josh home alone and went to church without him. Were you traumatically scarred?
No. It's probably, when I look back, I kind of just chuckle. Because, I'm just that...
He's that forgettable, people.
Yeah.
If you ever watch his Twitch channel, which is Warper77XX.
XX. Yeah.
He's really big deal.
What do the two X's stand for?
20. Roman numerals XX means 20.
It's true.
So
he's smarter than you are at everything.
Okay, and here's a bar. You walk over it.
Ooh, here's a bar. You can still dig over it.
Here's a bar. I'm gonna drink at it.
The Swiss, you gotta love them.
Right.
Nice people.
No, they're not.
Everyone's nice.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Then no one's nice.
Better.
We're all equal in crap.
There
Yes, but there's a special place in hell for the Swiss.
Exactly.
Covered in gold teeth.
I wonder why people listen to this podcast.
I have no idea.
They're just writing stuff down like, we're going to take them down.
Please, I'm still waiting for Peter to show up.
Awesome.
All right, so Josh, at dinner.
Yo.
So let's go a youth group night where we could have Clay over, we could have Rhoda over, we could have Shelby over, and then you guys. Did we have ginormous meals?
Yeah.
Who cooked all that for you?
Our beautiful and amazing mother and your amazing wife.
My amazing wife, yes.
These are all the same person.
I do not
same
have
singular person.
I have a hard time with one, guys. Whoever does the multiple wives, how?
Awesome.
Okay, I love my wife. I got to keep track of one person to make sure I'm doing the right thing. People who have multiple, I'm like, God bless you, or not.
Your choice.
Your choice, God. You do you. I'm just gonna stay out of the way.
I like to think they're just standing in line. They're handed like a bow. It's like, do you want God blessing? Yes, or do you want God wrath? I don't feel like wrath today. We'll see how that goes.
That seems
It's
fun.
like a Diet Coke. It's the wrath of God.
The aspartame.
Gosh.
Now, growing up, Josh,
Yes.
other than us telling you that we were poor, did you ever feel poor?
No, not really.
No, not really.
I mean, like, did I have, like, the newest shoes or the newest phone? No, but it's like...
You didn't want a phone!
I didn't want a phone. Plus, it was expensive, so...
We had video games, right?
We did.
And what did we do a lot of times on Saturday nights?
Wasn't usually, like, family night?
Yeah, and what would we do?
Board games, play the Wii.
Play the Wii, the original OG.
The Wii, yep. The Wii.
Okay, we'd also play card games.
Yep.
What was the most famous card game that everyone said I cheated at?
Uno?
No.
Not Uno. Which one?
Rummy?
Phase 10.
Phase 10, right.
Okay, Phase 10 was ugly. People would always say it was cheating. I'd have to start later, and they'd always skip me. I have a little PTSD from that.
Well,
You still do it
you also have your own fun version of
Yeah,
Phase 10.
me and a friend of mine made an extra 5 phases just for giggles. Anyway, so growing up as a kid.
You check off God's wrath and he hands you your deck of Phase 10.
Growing up as a kid, you were diagnosed with something. What were you diagnosed with?
Asperger's.
Autism, for the people who don't know what Asperger's is, because it's changed multiple times. It'll probably change by the time I get done this podcast today.
Same umbrella.
Why is the P silent?
What?
Asperger's?
Yes, because the word is Asperger's. Thank you. The word is Asperger's. Asperger, isn't that right?
I don't know. Yes.
That's what I think. But nobody says the P, so it genuinely just sounds like...
Asperger's?
No one says asp. An asp is a snake, but
Burger.
I genuinely don't know. It's like, we're going to call it Asperger's.
We're gonna call
now
it...
we're really going to get peed on us.
We're going to call it smelly butt burgers.
Sounds amazing.
Josh has smelly butt burgers.
Josh has donkey burgers.
I just kind of want to talk about that. I want to know what that tastes like.
Probably like a little bit like horse. Maybe a bit chewier, tougher.
Let's try it someday just for PETA.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do this so PETA doesn't have to.
Yes. We'll sacrifice our lives for bacon and Asperger's. Alright. Give him back the microphone. Now, Josh.
Yes.
In 4th grade, you were diagnosed with autism / Asperger's /
donkey
OCD /
and all things.
ADHD /
I love ADHD.
weirdness, right?
Yep.
And what we discovered is most people that autism don't like being around a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Josh, were you ever not around a lot of people?
No.
So, Josh grew up from the time was about 2.
When I could remember.
Yeah. Okay. So we had a girl move in with us. Well, not officially. She moved in with us. She moved in with us when Josie was like 5-ish, 5.5. And she stayed till like, I don't know, she was 14. And now we still see her. But anyway, that started it, and that was 22 years ago.
Give or take, yeah.
That was Morgan.
Yep.
Okay. Since then, we had kids go all through the house, millions of them, right?
Honestly,
You've never been alone until, well, actually, you've never been alone, because even when we gave up our foster license, we still had the 2 other ones.
Yep.
That we just call your siblings because it's easier.
It's easier.
It's easier because they're here more than I am.
They're here more than I am now.
Well, that's not hard. You're at college being somebody, you know? So you never actually got to experience autism and being alone like a lot of people you actually know. Like, one of your best friends has autism.
And he's an only child.
He's an only child.
Yep.
And in this environment, he'd probably explode.
Yes.
Now, he does go to boys' night once in a while, which is something I do. We watch movies, do stuff, stupid stuff. But you can tell when there's too many boys, he kind of gets too much, okay? So do you think it helped you as a human, though, to be around all those people?
Weirdly, yeah. Like,
why?
Because like, I met with a lot of people with autism. Like, different varieties of it. And something I noticed is that they, like you said, they don't like people. They don't like change. They don't like difference.
Yep.
And I'm just like, oh boy, 50 people.
Yay.
It's like a normal family reunion.
Yay.
Yay.
Now, Jack.
Yes.
You are an only child.
No. I have a sister.
How old is she?
This year, she turned 33.
And how old are you?
26.
So there is 7 years apart.
Yes.
So by the time you were 14, you were an only child.
No. What? By the time I was 14, she was 21.
Where was she living?
At my parents.
Okay. Forgot. Being in the environment you're in.
A small family.
Small family. Do you think it hurt you or helped you now that you're becoming more of an adult?
I think normally... Oh, actually, what I forgot to mention was, some days if the weather was nice, I would go out and hang out with my friends in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
The kids that didn't full out reject me.
Did they have names?
Yes.
Give me one name.
Alana, Josh, Taylor, Corey.
Wait, Alana's a girl.
Alana is a girl.
Did you cheat on my daughter with this Alana chick?
No, your
Alana,
daughter is
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Alana. You, me. Let's go.
She's going to be backed by PETA.
Bet.
No.
You won't do it.
Your daughter was my second actual relationship.
What was your first?
A girl in high school named Carmen.
San Diego?
No. She would not be... Carmen Sandiego would not be hiding out in Doylestown. Although if you drive to find her, it would be difficult.
Yeah. So, as an only-ish child, I don't want to offend your imaginary sister. Did you get to experience large groups of family?
From time to time, yeah.
But not as an everyday activity?
No.
Now, here's why I'm asking. About 5 years ago?
Yes.
You met...
Everybody.
Everybody. It was like August 5th.
4th.
4th? Sorry.
4th.
Forgive me.
Why did you touch my knee? It's not that kind of podcast.
How you doing? Okay. August 4th, you met...
You. Well, I almost said your daughter.
I'm like, you just met Bobby right before you... Okay. Okay, so you met everybody.
I met everybody.
Where did you meet them?
On campus at University of Valley Forge in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania.
Why were you meeting everybody?
Because it was your oldest daughter's wedding.
My oldest birth daughter.
Your oldest birth daughter. Right.
Anyway.
Your oldest birth daughter's wedding was soon.
2 days later.
2 days later in that area.
Yeah, at the George Washington Chapel at the...
Your daughter Josie.
Valley Forge, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She was attending UVF, as was Bobby, my wife.
That's good. I'm glad she was attending. I saw her grades. I wouldn't say she was succeeding, but she was there.
She was there.
I mean...
And then I went there, and
that blew up even worse.
There.
Bobby grades looked better after Jack got there. Anyway, so when you met us, there was a few of us.
Well, I met you no, that was the first time I met you. I met your wife a few months, I think weeks before.
2 weeks before, I think, or something,
She stalked me out at my job.
It's not stalking if we have permission.
You didn't get my permission, though.
From your wife, we did.
She was my girlfriend at the time. She was actually not my girlfriend.
Oh, wait. So she wasn't important enough for you to have her give permission?
Well, she was.
So what you're saying is that she was worthless to you at the time? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Try me.
Okay.
Where did she stalk you? Stalk. This is not a Chris Noth thing, okay?
Who's that?
Exactly.
Oh,
okay.
Gosh.
Anyway, where did she stalk you, Jack? Where were your feelings hurt?
Everywhere. She. Oh, look at that.
Special. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Those who don't know, he just dropped his glasses, caught the microphone cord, and then stared at them quietly, gazing at them, going, "Hey, how you doing?" Anyway, so where was she stalking you?
She approached me at my job.
What was your job?
Starbucks.
So my wife, hold on, my wife went to a place of business.
Yes.
She purchased or was going to purchase an item.
Correct.
Which allowed her to be in that facility.
Correct.
And you call that stalking. Because
it was...
Wait a minute, wait. So every customer who goes into Starbucks...
and asks
is now stalking somebody if they ask for a certain barista.
Absolutely.
So now baristas' lives matter.
No.
Wow. We have baristas and PETA all at the same time. Okay.
I'll take all the baristas.
So she stalked you. So what happened?
Your mother approached me. She's like, "Hi."
My mother?
Oh God.
No, your wife.
Good, because if my mother was there too.
My mother.
Damn. I love my mom, but not that much.
Oh, I need a drink.
This is what happened when you did.
What?
Never mind. Keep going. Okay, we're losing our train of thought.
We did lose it.
Mine's just a caboose.
That's true.
She approached me. She's like, "Hi, are you Jack?" I'm like, "Yeah, how can I help you? What can I get for you?" She goes, "Hi, I'm Bobby Jean's mother," and all the blood out of my very eggshell white face just dropped.
So you were even more pasty white than you are now.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
That's
bad.
hot, dude.
That's bad.
That's bad.
It's almost like your Christmas lights lighting up.
Yeah, I have a lot of Christmas lights. Anyway, so after that you met.
I met your wife.
Good, because again, not my mother. Okay, so you met her.
Yes.
Now, did she stay there and just gaze at you?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Did
you feel uncomfortable?
Very.
Good.
Yeah.
So August 4th.
She's like, "My family is going to come down for my sister's wedding." This is your wife's, my wife,
He has
my
no
stroke
idea
is
what
happening.
Saying. Wow, he is really bad at talking.
Yeah, that's why I do a podcast.
You just figured this out.
Damn. All right, keep going.
My wife was saying that my family is coming down for my sister's wedding. This would be an ideal time because we were courting for
that
me.
That means dating with style, y'all. Okay.
To get permission to date me. I'm like, okay.
From who?
From you and your wife.
I get to give someone permission. Anyway, keep going.
And so I asked you if I was able to date your daughter.
Okay, that's not where we're going, but I'll let you finish the story.
And then I also asked your wife.
Which you call mom a lot.
I do.
Because then that's what you were going for. I saw the lips going. So
I'm trying to keep in the third kind of person.
Third party, yeah. Third person, twice removed by marriage. Got it.
Yes. But yeah, I talked to mom. I asked your husband, but I also want your permission to date your daughter. And there were stipulations, but you both agreed.
Yes. Now, when you went to the University of Valley Forge, at the Anvil, which is where we met.
It was the Anvil.
I'm pretty good at this stuff.
Because I feel like I could have been really hammered.
You should have been hammered before you got there. Was there a few of us, or quite a few of us? What was going on at that time?
My God. It's like 75 of you.
Okay. Now,
it's like when you're swimming in the ocean for the first time and all you see are a school of anchovies, like, swimming in your face.
You like, get on a pizza.
Ew. No.
Wow. Peter likes him more than me. I'll eat anything that doesn't eat me. Twice.
Removed?
So when you saw did Bobby try to prepare you?
As much as she could.
Now, did her preparedness work? Honestly.
I'd say it cut down the shock by 5%.
5 whole percent. So at the wedding that day, we should have had Bobby, Vicky, Jorge.
Were they there?
They were there.
Okay, I don't think I officially. I still have not met Jorge to this day.
He was at the wedding.
I wasn't at the wedding. I was only there on the 4th.
You weren't paying attention. You had a few things going on. So you had Jorge, Vicky, Josie, Josh, Jeremiah, other Josh. Was Tabby there yet? Tabby wasn't there yet.
I don't think so.
Tabby wasn't there yet. We had...
No, I thought she was.
I don't know if Tabby was there. Tabby can tell me later.
Because Bobby and Tabitha drove to pick me up from the Phoenixville area back in where I lived.
For the wedding?
Not for the wedding, but it was around in like September. No, she, yeah.
I don't know.
Because she attended not UVF.
No, Tabby attended Slippery Rock University.
But that's closer to Pittsburgh.
That's the next year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was after Josie and Josh were married.
But Tabitha was there. I don't know.
Probably. Maybe she was probably there. Anyway, so we had like 8 or 10 kids with spouses and other people, right? Mm-hmm. And we had the 2 little ones.
Yes.
Which you had just met and you didn't like.
I was getting used to.
He didn't like them. Let's be honest. You didn't understand kids.
I didn't.
And how much work they were.
They are a lot of work.
And I'm having one. And you don't even have one yet.
It's coming.
We hope so. It will exist soon. So, and then you met, I think her dad was there. My wife's dad. See, I almost said my mom. My mom. My mom was there.
Pepe was there.
Pepe was there. My mom was there.
That's right, yeah.
And Jack was there. The other Jack. My stepfather.
Yep.
So Al was there. Lynn's mom was there, I believe, right? Or no? I don't think she was there. I don't think she was there. Anyway, so we had a lot of people there, right?
A lot.
Okay. And most of us probably acted like it was normal, right?
Yeah. Like this is nothing.
And you felt like...
What in God's name is happening?
Okay. Now, 5 years later...
Correct.
We had Thanksgiving-ish the other day. Like 3 weeks ago. We had like 12 of us here.
It was 12.
And was it easier for you think, than it would have been 5 years ago?
Oh my God, significantly.
And why do you think that is?
Because I spent enough time with you to know that small groups that are often considered fire hazards in some places are actually more of the standard variety nowadays.
And that's the point, I think. So Josh, here's what I'm doing, guys. I'm trying to show us something here. You're at college.
Yep.
You have no roommate.
Nope, I'm shocking me.
You are by yourself a lot.
Yep.
Is it weird for you to be by yourself this much?
This much, yes. It's really quiet.
It's really quiet. Because even when you were here...
I'm helping him with the noise. He likes noise.
I was
Even when you were here and you were living in the attic, you always had dinner with us and stuff with us, right? So you were always around noise.
Yep.
Now you're not. Is it as challenging as I think it is?
Like the silence? Or
the silence.
It's not something like that I hate. It's very strange. It's like it's quiet.
Something's wrong.
Like what's on fire?
What's on fire? Because it's quiet.
We have silent fires up in these parts.
Up there in Brunswick, they have fires that are quiet, y'all. Alright. Is it easier or harder to live that quiet life?
I would say about the same.
Really? So you haven't had to adapt at all?
I think I think it's because of my autism, so I can like adapt to the quietness easier than.
When I think of adapting, I think of autism.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. I think adaptive, but we're different.
Yeah, it's weird. I know.
You grew up with autistic people more than I have.
I have.
Yes.
I have a few people I know that have the old autism.
The old autism.
You know?
My son caught the old autism.
It was back during the Great War.
The War of 1990.
The great vid.
It was during the time the vaccines were causing the autism.
I remember that time.
How are you going to get vaccines
I know.
and anti-vaxxers against them?
You know what?
Your plan just to isolate everybody is slowly coming to fruition.
Because here's the thing, those vaccines, they're putting microchips in our babies. They're calling them all, Matilda, even if it's a boy. Every boy's a girl and every girl's a boy.
My son is called
with
Matilda,
a microchip.
but uses 100% of their brain.
What?
The movie Matilda. You've seen it.
I have, but you use 100% of your brain to be alive.
That's what I'm saying.
So you're using 100% of whatever that small thing is in your head.
It's like 3 pounds.
Oh, it's about big.
It's dense. It's still 3 pounds.
3 pounds of actively squishy gray matter that has a short circuit right in the middle.
Gray matter's good, isn't it?
Do you eat gray matter?
I don't eat brain.
He might need to.
Anywho.
Cannibals, that's why they're so smart.
Are they actually?
Oh.
Well, what?
We'll have to do a study on that.
Now we're getting the crime.
So,
like that. Just say Jeffrey Dahmer.
So here's this is where I'm going. See, let's go back to where the action point is, which I had lost like 40 minutes ago.
It's great.
So when I realized, Josh, Jack, and all the powers that be, so in 2010 I rejoined the Army. I was in 2000, 99, 2000. Anyway, left, went back in 2000. In the Army, busy, crazy, lots of people. Didn't bother me in 2010 or 2001. I can deal with lots of people.
Yep.
2011, I went to Afghanistan. It was a lot of quiet in a war zone. That's weird, right?
That's ironic.
But it wasn't quiet like...
Would you say it's the quiet that worries you more?
Yes. So I had a few people I hung out with, but not really anyone close because I'm a little different than most people.
Just a touch.
Okay. So I struggled a lot with the quiet. And Jack struggles with sitting down.
It's my ADHD.
This is why I brought up the stool for me.
You sat in my
Switch
seat.
seats. Just switch seats, you knuckleheads. There we go.
We gotta have drama.
Drama. So in 2011, I was deployed.
Mm-hmm.
And there was noise, but there wasn't people noise. It was different. And I struggled with it for like almost a whole year. By the time I got used to it, after a year, I came home.
Yep.
And when I came home, I got a new daughter. His wife.
Yeah.
Okay? Jack's wife, Bobby, came to us while I was deployed. So then we adopted her shortly after. So I came home to 4-ish kids, plus others who wanted to be. And I had a real hard time with getting back into the noise.
Yes.
Because you just adapted to the quiet.
It took me, 10 months to adapt to quiet, and then let's get rid of the quiet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've realized is that our lifestyle, me and my wife's lifestyle now, is turning back into quiet.
Yes.
We haven't been quiet really since we've been married for 27 years.
Even time marriage.
Okay? So what we're struggling with now, what I'm struggling now with is I want the noise because it's easier to deal with things when it's noisy.
Yep.
There's more to focus on.
So what I'm struggling with now is learning to allow the quiet to happen. Because there's probably a good reason for quiet.
Yes.
But now is where the challenge comes. I have so many people in this room, in this house, who
never exist.
like to come and break the silence.
Hi.
So, I'll start with Josh, because he's got the mic still.
That's true.
What age do you think you will be when you move out on your own and become a participating member of society?
That's a wonderful question.
You have an answer.
I don't actually.
So you're 23 now.
I'm hoping sooner rather than later.
Now, this isn't a negative. I'm just wondering, have you ever thought, when I leave college, am I going back to mom and dad's, or am I going to go, do something more productive with my life?
I've actually had put thought to that.
You have, okay. And what's the thought what are you going to do when you get out of Southern Maine Community College at the Brunswick campus?
Probably find a job somewhere.
Doing what?
Probably doing something history-based.
Like what?
Like the library or research or whatever I can do with my degree.
With your degree, okay. Has your school actually given you any opportunity to know what you can actually do with your degree?
Nope.
That seems like great education.
It does, doesn't it?
I'm very proud of our education system. All right. So, 26, 27, you could be on your own.
Hopefully, yes.
Making more than Hannaford.
That's the dream.
It's a grocery company if you don't live in the state of Maine, okay? They're owned by the largest German grocery chain in the world, who also owns Food Lion, okay? But
food for our southern viewers.
For our southern viewers down there.
I'm going to go down to the Food Line and get myself some grits.
Yeah, go down to Food Lion and the Piggly Wiggly, huh? Jacqueline.
Hola.
Jackie Onassis. Who was a horrible person, too.
Can we just have an episode on why you think certain historical figures are horrible?
I
would love to be on this.
I would be banned for life. Jack, how old are you?
I'm 26.
When is your child-ish being born?
It is due May 8th, 2022.
Recently, we don't have to go into details, you've discovered that being an adult is very, very hard.
It is.
Do you think in the next 3 to 5 years you will be able to succeed at a life goal or a lifestyle that will allow you to do great things in this world?
I think so, yeah.
Now, that will be 30?
31 if we're going to do the 5 years.
Okay. Now, here's the positive for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
I am 47.
Give or take, yeah.
How do you not know your age?
47. And I have come to the conclusion that until about 5 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing. So you guys are ahead of schedule. Good job. But what I've also discovered is all these years and decades, I've told all my children and all the people in my life, even my students, of all the dumb things I've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how many times I tell my children, my grandchildren, not my grandchildren yet. I have grandchildren, but I haven't told them how dumb I am yet.
Mm-hmm.
My children, their spouses, people in my life, my students, how dumb I am.
Yep.
And what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think by saying, hey, I'm an idiot, don't do this, that would fix that. But I'm realizing more and more is that people need to be dumb all by themselves.
Yeah.
And learning through osmosis, which is learning from seeing and feeling and
experience.
Doing. It's not actually learning by learning. Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So how do I fix this problem is the question. Cameron's mom. I sent a message to Jack. Okay. Oh, she's coming up here. Cool. You have a message from a person.
As I do.
As you do. Awesome. I want my students who are listening and people who are not my students, who want to be my students, and PETA and Princess Di-like people and Prince Charles people and PETA lovers and
Princess
PETA non-lovers and
Princess
vaxxers.
Diana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vaxxers and anti-vaxxers and all the people out there that are just, well, dumb. To understand something. We all have different life experiences. Mm-hmm. Autistic child, now adult, who grew up with 1 million people in their household, adapted and changed to groom his lifestyle to what he needs to be to succeed. Mm-hmm. Only-ish child, grew up in grew up in a black hole in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. Mom worked on a pig farm, took the special bus with the helmet.
There was no helmet. I have to come.
Okay, there was no helmet. He's lying to y'all.
This is where they can't just come tonight.
This is your final podcast. No one's listening after this.
Who grew up playing video games and eating the name brand cereal. Mm-hmm. We all are dumb.
Yes.
Oh my god, I excel at it.
I know, you're the queen and the king. Depending on which week you're in.
Can I just have one? That's a lot of responsibility either way.
I don't use, then pick a gender.
I was never in question.
Are you a cis male unicorn Abercrombie and Fitch supermodel?
I'm a bro.
What's that mean?
I'm a man.
I'm not going to ask to check, so you're good. I'll believe
I hope you take my word for it.
But guys, we're dumb.
Oh, very dumb.
Oh yeah, it's
okay.
Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not.
It's never fun.
Oh,
okay. When you get to my age, it's not fun.
Okay, I try to keep a positive look on things, and at my age, it's more likely to can be fun, but still dumb.
As like the dogs would tell you, it's fun. So here's how we're going to leave this today, at least for now. Christmas is here, right?
Yes. Well, soon.
Well, Saturnalia is in 2 days, followed by the Catholic/Christian festival of Christ's birth.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by Catholic/Christian? Isn't Catholicism a branch out of Christianity, though?
Kind of. It's complicated.
Okay. That's another episode.
That's another whole thing. Martin Luther episode. We'll go there some other time. Christmas is the time and the New Year is the time of eternal hope, forgiving, and peace.
The dog dropped his phone.
The dog dropped his phone, playing probably Tecmo Bowl or something. Okay. World, listen. People, listen. I don't care if you're vax or anti-vax. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican. I don't care if you think you're a girl and you're a boy and you're a boy and you think you're a girl. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Just be less dumb. I don't care about your hurt feelings. I don't care if you're PETA or not PETA. PETA, you suck. Okay? That's the only thing I do care about. I don't care if you're Marvel or DC, if you're Star Wars or Star Trek. Here's what I care about. We're all human beings. Mm-hmm. And if these two can survive in this world...
Oh, if I can make it, 80% of you got this.
Unless you're Jewish in 1943. Okay? Because the Swiss helped.
The worst callback. Of all the things we talked about in this episode, this is the worst callback you could make.
Swiss Miss chocolate made with the love of the Jews.
Well, that's just Nestle. That's a whole nother demon.
Yeah, that is.
That's another podcast.
It's not as bad as Monsanto, though. Anyway, stop trying to one-up each other. President Trump's no longer president. President Biden is. Let's go, Brandon is a phrase. Great. Okay? I didn't like Obama. I didn't like Bill Clinton either. I wasn't a big fan of the first George Bush. Okay? Ronald Reagan was okay for the first 4 years. The second 4 years, he kind of forgot who he was. Kind of like President Joe Biden right now. Okay? Jimmy Carter, great man, horrible president. JFK was a horrible man and a horrible president. See, it doesn't matter what party you are. It doesn't matter what you believe. This is what matters. How do you treat the fellow human being that keeps making noise next to you? Do you beat him upside the head, or do you say, you know what? I get it, man.
Just get my good side.
I get it. You suck at life, but I care.
Oh, thank you.
So this Christmas season, do something nice for the person you don't like. Mm-hmm. Do something nice for the person next door that maybe their dogs bark all the time. Okay? And they drive your dogs absolutely crazy and your wife. Do something nice. Bring them over a Christmas treat. Maybe put peanuts in it and don't tell them. No, that'd be wrong. Okay? Give them dog treats with chocolate. No, wrong. Sorry, PETA, to him. No, actually,
I don't apologize to PETA.
That's true. I don't apologize to PETA.
Apologize to responsible pet-owning people.
There's what? I don't know any other than me.
I would like to challenge people. Yeah, please do that this Christmas season, but don't stop on January 1st.
January 2nd.
Keep it going.
January 6th.
Being kind to one another doesn't have to be stuck to one season. We can make it a year-round thing. We can just
can't get it for an hour. I'm just hoping people will do it for like 75 minutes.
At most.
That's more than an hour.
I know.
Okay.
Well, we have to have commercial breaks.
Yeah. Intermission.
It's not Lord of the Rings, dude. You don't need an intermission. But I'm tired. I can't watch TikTok. I can't watch YouTube. I can't watch the news without hearing how much people hate each other. Stop it! You stupid, horrifyingly ugly people. Stop it. Stop being stupid and love one another. I'm not asking. I'm telling you. Mr. M/Dad/whatever the heck you want to call me. Ugly guy with a beard and a sweater. Great. Don't care. Stop. Mr. Rogers was like, oh, let's love one another. I love Mr. Rogers, but listen. He was all like, talk about your feelings. Come together, people. No. Fix this or I'm coming for you. I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to beat you with the love of Jesus. Stop it. Okay? All right. This is the category mistake. I'm going to shut off the podcast version of this.
See if we'll be alive for next week's
video. If I'm still on Twitch next week, you'll see me soon. Everyone at Category Mistake Podcast, bless your hearts. We'll see you soon.